What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name's Taylor. Today I'm going to talk again about Hyliion and go a little bit more into depth and give you my opinion if I think it's a buy right now or if you should hold on a little bit. So, in case anybody is unfamiliar with Hyliion, this is a company which provides Class 8 trucks with a hybrid diesel and fully electric drivetrain architecture, having announced plans to merge with Tortoise Acquisition Corp., a publicly traded special purpose acquisition company. Once the transaction is closed, expected in Q3 2020, the ticker symbol will change from SHLL to HYLN. The company, founded in 2015, will offer two key solutions by next year: the hybrid electric, available now, and the Hypertruck ERX, set for production in 2022. There are currently more than 20 Hyliion hybrids on the road, accruing 2 million miles. So Hyliion called out a pilot fleet which has about 50 trucks testing the hybrid electric on back and forths from Montreal to Los Angeles. Healy said the drive van truck saw an efficiency increase from 7.3 to 8.3 miles per gallon. The customer said, based on Q3 2019 fuel receipts, I expect to save $15,000 per year per truck in fuel costs with Hyliion systems. So here's an example of a company using this right now, this system, and they're going to save $15,000 per year. This is something that takes 2 hours to install onto a truck. So I think in the short term, adoption of this Hyliion system will move quite quickly. In the longer term, I think people will be buying, obviously, trucks that don't need to be retrofitted. But right now, Hyliion has the plan of retrofitting. There's already so many trucks on the road. I think this is a good idea. They can start to get revenues and they can work on bringing out their other products later. The fleet also used the diesel-free auxiliary power unit for about 3,500 hours in the past year. Healy said the total cost of ownership savings drives about a less than 2-year payback on the product, which is fantastic. Yeah, that is fantastic. That's great. 2-year payback. I mean, if I was a truck owner, yeah, why wouldn't I want a 2-year payback? And then after that, I'm just making more money in my bank. As long as you have longer than 2 years on your vehicle life, it makes sense. Okay, so regulations are going to be probably a big part of this industry. Several OEMs and vendors are getting ahead of potential regulations by providing zero emission solutions. So companies are trying to get ahead of potential regulations. As of 2017, heavy-duty trucking has been a target of emissions reform regulations. So this is going to be important. The heavy-duty trucking has already been a target of emissions reform regulations, and there's a good chance that this will continue into the future. Hyliion has a solution right now that you don't need to buy a whole new truck. You can retrofit your existing truck and save greenhouse gas emissions. As of 2017, medium and heavy-duty trucks accounted for 7% of greenhouse gas emissions in the United States, according to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. The agency is now developing updated standards via the Cleaner Truck Initiative. Hyliion projected in the SEC report that 335 of its Hypertruck ERXs could remove 1 million metric tons of CO2. While Tesla is going all in on electric to power the future, and Nikola is hedging its bets with both battery electric and fuel cell electric technology, Hyliion is going the vintage route with CNG, the OG clean fuel for its Hypertruck. It has the lowest total cost of ownership by far. It also has the lowest emissions levels out of all three solutions. And the other benefit is the infrastructure is already set up out there. The benefits convinced Agility, which pre-ordered 1,000 units. So they already have pre-orders. There's been some doubts about Nikola's pre-orders being as high as they really are, because if you go onto their website, before you were able to put in an order for trucks and put $0 down. As you can see, I made a Nikola One reservation. I ordered 10 Nikola One sleeper cabs on June 9th. This is my reservation number. And I didn't have to put any money down. So, I mean, I may choose to change my mind at some point, but the point is, who knows how many people will cancel reservations, especially if you don't have to put any money down. There's a little bit less of a commitment to go through with the order. Trevor Milton, he's talking about Hyliion here. He doesn't believe that anything with emissions will survive, regardless if carbon neutral. Most states will mandate zero emissions. But what I'll point out is that, as Healy noted, one of the big differentiators is that they're using CNG and also RNG, renewable natural gas, which is captured from dairy farms, landfills, and turned into usable fuel, as opposed to entering into the atmosphere. So the emission levels, when you use it as a fuel, are so much less than if you had just let it gas off, that your vehicle is actually a net carbon negative producing vehicle. So in a weird way, it's actually better for the environment for you to drive your truck as to not drive it. So you're literally taking greenhouse gases out of the environment by driving these trucks, because if you let that gas from farms, from landfills go into the atmosphere, it's worse for the environment than if it goes into this system and is burned and drives the truck. Hyliion is the only one that is offering that negative ability. Here's a breakdown of the three technologies head to head. So you have diesel here. This is what a lot of the trucks on the road are today. Upfront vehicle cost is low compared to other models, but the fuel cost will be higher, although Nikola's is the highest. And their proposed Hypertruck ERX will have the lowest 7-year fuel cost. 7-year total payload, revenue lost gained, and the 7-year total cost of ownership. A diesel, $431,000 for a 7-year total cost of ownership. And the hybrid, if you change your diesel to the hybrid, your total cost of ownership will go down. And while that's not a lot, who knows if maybe the government will give grants to companies to electrify their existing vehicles. I could possibly see something like that happening. Here's a Tesla 438. It's actually slightly more expensive than a diesel. And one problem also with purely battery electric vehicle is for long haul trips, because these trucks usually are moving nonstop, and to charge a truck will take time. I think when it comes to long haul trucking, that gives an advantage to hydrogen and natural gas trucks, because they're fueled up very quickly. And as for hydrogen versus natural gas is much more widely used right now. It's got an existing infrastructure as opposed to hydrogen, which Nikola needs to build a huge infrastructure. And if you look at the total cost of ownership for the Nikola, it's actually the most expensive option, $637,500. Compared to Hyliion's Hypertruck ERX, it has the lowest 7-year total cost of ownership at $279,776. So that's a 35% savings versus diesel. So when asked for a response to Milton's tweet, Healy said, "There's plenty of space for everyone playing here. I think there are going to be some parts of the market that are perfect for Trevor's solution, and then there are going to be a lot of parts in the market that are perfect for our solution." And I agree with this. This is not just a one size fits all solution. Tesla is obviously the leader in electric vehicles, but as far as semi trucks go, I think there's some disadvantages to Tesla. For one thing, they don't have a product yet. Hyliion does. Their 7-year total cost of ownership is, according to this chart, not as appealing as the Hyliion system. The range of the Tesla is about 500 miles compared to Hyliion's 1,300 miles. And the battery is very heavy, so you lose a lot of payload. Nikola's fuel cell technology is a long ways off at 2023 and very expensive. 7-year total cost of ownership, $637,500. And Nikola still needs to build a huge infrastructure system. Hyliion's advantages are that they have a cheap upgrade that you can do to your already existing diesel, which there's already thousands of diesels on the road today. So that's the quickest and easiest and cheapest way to get savings and reduce your greenhouse gas emissions. Longer term, they also have an advantage, at least over Nikola, using this Hypertruck ERX because they're leveraging an already existing infrastructure system, and they have an advantage over both Tesla and Nikola with having the lowest 7-year total cost of ownership. And on top of that, the Hypertruck ERX is also the only net carbon negative vehicle. And of course, Hyliion is the only one with an option that's available today out of Tesla, Nikola, and Hyliion. As for if I'm planning on buying Hyliion stock, I want to show you Nikola stock. And you can see here when they originally came out with the news that they were going to merge, their stock was up quite a lot, 41% or so. And after that, it came back down. It actually was very close to where it started before the announcement. And it wasn't until they actually merged that the stock really took off. So my plan is to not go too heavy into Hyliion right now. I think there's a chance that some of the hype could fade off, the same as what happened with Nikola. And then when the deal actually goes through, we could see a run up in the stock. So I might take a little position just as a speculative position for now. And if it comes down, perhaps add to that position. But remember, always do your own research. Don't buy a company just because somebody else is buying a company. And it's always recommended that you talk to a professional before making any investment decisions. So with that, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.